Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I want to talk to you today about something called a Dragnet Clause. And this is something that I see a lot of times when I'm dealing with credit union debt. And what a Dragnet Clause basically says that if you owe one type of debt to a particular creditor, again, typically a credit union, that debt is tied into other debt you may have with that same entity. And the classic example is someone who borrows money on a car, buys a car and finances it through the credit union, but they also have credit cards with that same credit union. Well, the credit union's position, and this is done in the contract, is that the credit card debt is tied to the car loan. So if you don't pay the car loan in full in your Chapter 7 or your Chapter 13, then it can be a problem. In Chapter 7, they will not reaffirm the car loan. You can't keep your car. In Chapter 13, they will file a secured claim and ask to be paid 100% of the total debt you owe, even though the car part of that is much, much less. Now, there are some things we can do dealing with dragnet clauses, but the point I'm making is that it's really important to know if you've got one. So if you've got credit card debt with the same place you've got a car loan and you've got bank accounts, that's something you want to discuss with your attorney so that we can prepare for that. Some of the things you can do in the case of a car loan, you can do what they call a cram down. In a Chapter 13, you can do a redemption in a Chapter 7. There's some strategies we can do, but what we don't want to have happen is to find out that there's a dragnet clause after we file the case, after we've made some assumptions for Chapter 7 or Chapter 13, that we later on have to now come back and deal with debt and pay debt we didn't think we had to pay. So the big picture here is if you've got credit union debt or if you have more than one type of loan account with the same creditor, make that fact known to your attorney so we can figure out if there's a dragnet clause and what to do about it. Hope this has been helpful. Jonathan Ginsberg here. Any questions? Please let me know. Thanks a lot.